Jungkook was scrolling through his phone waiting for his arranged wife, a woman who was in love with the day he met her for the first time, but she needed time. She was heartbroken that falling in love again seems impossible. But magically, he turned out to be her healer. In those 6 months of marriage, he made sure she was okay, comfortable with him, cared about her, not expecting anything in return, but his efforts surely changed her perspective to love. Love can be a destroyer, but a powerful healer too. I'm so sorry, Jungkook. Zip of the dress really pissed me off. She was in front of him, but her husband was lost in her beauty that she couldn't help but blush. My efforts are worth it. All the time she took was only for her husband because why she cared about a business party too much. You always make me speechless. His fingers gently held her hand and placed a soft kiss on it. Small kisses, hugs, now there were normal things because Jungkook's selfless efforts really made an impact in a short time. And you are nothing less, Mr. Jeon. And a smile broke into his lips too. Shall we? He extended his hand and she slid her hand into it before leaving for the party. Everyone's eyes on the powerful couple Jungkook and Wyon. They really complement each other and deserve the attention they were getting. Jungkook met with his business partners and friends with Wyon. The party was pretty boring for her like always until her eyes caught her best friend, Kara. She immediately went towards her and embraced into a tight hug. I have been looking for you since I came here. They broke the hug and I was surprised to see you here. With a thankful smile, she got the glass of juice from the waiter. I'm here with Mr. Kim, he insisted so. She boringly answered because she was not fond of rich people's parties. Insisted? She passed her a mischievous smile. Calm down, madam, nothing is going on. She took a sip of juice with a disbelief look on her face. I wish something would happen because he's such a gentleman and a loving person. Suddenly, Wyon's heartbeats accelerated when she felt a familiar arm surrounded her waist. Whom are you talking about? Of course you, Jungkook. Wyon was telling me how loving and gentleman you are. Wyon glared at her secretly, but it was time for Kara to smile. Well, thanks for the appreciation, wifey. His soft yet intimidating eyes were doing something in her stomach to her heart. By the way, how's your job going? Not good, but not that bad. She passed Jungkook a fake smile, causing him to let out a chuckle. I know, Hyun is a bit tough when it comes to business. Kara nodded and soon Taeyang also joined them. With a bit of conversation, Wyon could see Taeyang was definitely interested in her bestie, but too cold to even express it. The party was finally enjoyable for them as they found their favorite person. Soon darkness engulfed the atmosphere and romantic music started in the background. Would you like to dance with me? Why not? She held Jungkook's hand but stopped. You know Taeyang, Kara danced too well. Ignoring Kara's glare, Wyon walked away with a big smile. Are you shipping them? He surrounded his arm around her waist and intertwined the other one with her hand. Didn't you see? Taeyang is into her. She rested her hand on his shoulder securely. How do you know? Eyes never lie, Jungkook. Suddenly she guessed when he brought her closer to him that there was no distance between them. And what do you see in mine? She looked into his eyes with intensity while moving in a slow rhythm with him. Love, immense love, care and possessiveness. Only for you. A smile came across her lips and so his, but a proud one. Are not you tired of waiting for me? Waiting for the right one is always beautiful. He placed a soft kiss on her forehead and she closed her eyes with welled-up tears to hold. How can I be so lucky? Same goes to me. How can I get the girl like you? Finally, a tear left from her eyes, which Jungkook wiped immediately. My wifey is being emotional. He embraced her in his arms gently, not caring for the mixture of looks where people gave them, but one was full of hatred. He was none other than Cha Yun-woo, her ex-boyfriend who left her for his career. He poked his tongue inside his cheek, seeing them together when he was supposed to not to feel like that. I want her back. He gulped the whole drink in one go and placed the glass on the counter harshly. Soon the lights turned on and the couple left the dance floor. Jungkook, I'll be back. Okay, take care. With that, she walked away to the washroom and did her business. She touched up her makeup, then looked at herself through the mirror. I shouldn't take time anymore. I'm clear about what I feel for Jungkook. Redness was visible on her cheeks, ear and neck due to shyness. I can do it. She inhaled and exhaled to boost the confidence in her because it would be the first time she was going to confess someone who truly made for her. Collecting her clutch and phone, she walked out, but there was someone unexpected waiting for her. How are you? Happy and glowing. She passed him the most fake smile of her. Are not you pretending to be happy in an arranged marriage? She saw him clenching his jaw, but he was indeed a good actor in real life to real life. Goodbye. I hope I don't see you ever again. She walked past him, but Yunwoo held her hand and pulled her towards him. Don't cross your limits. I know you still love me. Wyan let out a mocking laugh, causing his forehead to fill with lines. Oh my god, you are so full of yourself, Yunwoo. People never forget their first love. A smirk was shown on his face, which pissed off Wyan and pushed him harshly. Yes, because we always remember our mistakes, so we don't repeat them in future. So now everything is a mistake to you, or I say because you find the richest person of Korea. He shamelessly insulted her. You know what? Sometimes I really pity your C-depth thinking. You always compare relationship with money and status. She gave him a disgusting look. He was still the same 4 years ago, Yunwoo. Because this is how things work, Wyan. Wrong. Things work with love and efforts without a string of selfishness or using someone else. She still remembered how he used her to get in the limelight, but true love. I always thank God that he didn't write my destiny as a guy like you, but Jungkook, a man who knows what love is and how to express it without words but actions. Her gaze was piercing Yunwoo's soul, yet he was not understanding the gravity of the situation. Now don't even show me your disgusting face ever. It was a tight slap on Yunwoo's face to see the reality. The regret he felt losing her a few minutes back now turned into a hatred. I'll see how you can live happily. His fist tightened, jaw clenched, seeing her leaving from there angrily. It would be great to see you breaking again. A smirk formed on his face, which was evidence of something evil. He was drunk, and with the help of Wyan and Taeyang, he was now laying on the bed. Take care of him. I will definitely. By the way, I have free advice for you. Advice? Yeah, that's never let go someone who is in our heart before it's too late. She was in the same boat, but because of drunk Jungkook, her plan of confession was delayed once again. I'll keep that in my mind. He took his leave and Wyan came to her drunk husband who was still singing in his beautiful voice. She held his shoes to remove but stopped in the middle. No, I'll do it myself. Laying on the bed, he jerked his leg to take it off, but it was not leaving. Wyan was smiling all the time, seeing his baby efforts. It's okay, Jungkook. I will help you. You can't touch my feet. It's not good. It's totally fine, Mr. Gentleman. She removed his shoes and collar tied too. She opened his shirt buttons one by one, feeling his loving gaze on her all the time, and removed his shirt as he liked to sleep shirtless. I'll be back. She covered him with a soft comforter before moving to the bathroom. After some time, she came back in her night dress and joined him on the bed. She was looking at him and he was too. Eyes were shining in love silently. Can I hug you? Sure. With a little adjustment, he embraced her in his long arms gently. It was the first time they were hugging on the bed and too close that air thought twice to pass between. Are you comfortable? Again, Wyan realized he was not a green flag but a damn green forest. What a silly question to ask when you are hugging me this tight. She snuggled into him more while he was smiling ear to ear, and like that they both slept peacefully. The next day, Jungkook got up with a heavy head and massaged his temple. He looked around to see his beautiful wife. He was trying her long hair. Good morning, Jungkook. Are you feeling better? Good morning. Yeah, just a bit of headache. After breakfast, I'll give you the medicine. So now hurry up and get ready. He got up like an obedient child, but something clicked in his mind. I hope I didn't trouble you last night or did something stupid. But something unexpected happened. She placed the dryer and looked back at him, hiding her smile. What did I do? Something special? Jungkook was trying to understand her words. Did I kiss you or something more? He scratched the back of his neck with hesitation. Wish you could have done this. She rolled her hand over her chest, which calmed Jungkook down. He wanted his first kid with his wife to be memorable. But I can do this now. Suddenly, the aura of him changed, and the next moment she was in his embrace. Jungkook, are you nervous? She looked away, not meeting his dominant yet lovable eyes. There is no rush, wifey. Take your time. He placed a kiss on her forehead before moving to the washroom. I'll make our first kiss memorable. She already had decided her plan for tonight to be with him forever. Jungkook was done with a meeting with both directors when his phone buzzed with messages. Excusing himself, he checked them, but his eyes widened to the utmost size. There were kissing pictures of Yunwo and Wyan. He immediately closed the phone with an absent mind. For some time he didn't know what to do, but tears were released from his eyes. He loved her too much and saw in her eyes too. That was the realization for him, and he immediately called his wife. He can't jump to the conclusion but clear the situation, whether it was misunderstanding or a reality. Jungkook? He heard her broken voice, and it was enough for him to decide Yunwo's death. Shh, don't cry, Wyan. I'm coming. Just stay there. He immediately went inside the elevator. I can't stand here. I'm going home. Okay, but is the driver with you? He was tapping his feet in a hurry. He immediately wanted to beside his wife and consoled her. Yeah. Please stop crying. Everything is okay. He kept interacting with her and got inside the car. He drove off to his mansion, not forgetting to calm his wife throughout the whole journey. Reaching the mansion, he immediately embraced her in his arms and she cried out once again. Jungkook, I was afraid that I will lose you. You are not. I am by your side and will always be. He kept caressing her back. He framed me, Jungkook, in the name of business meeting. If I would have known that he is my client, I never said yes to it. She was explaining like an afraid child. She didn't want to lose him when he was a keeper, a reason for her heartbeats. And he kissed me forcefully too and sent those pictures to you, Jungkook. I did nothing. I didn't cheat on you. She was crying so hard that it was aching his heart, but he listened to her silently. He wanted to know what exactly happened. I trust you, wifey. I trust each and every word you say. He could feel the intensity of desperation in her voice to believe her, crying real tears for him, the fear of losing him. This woman fell harder for him, and he could see it. I could never break your heart. She snuggled into him as someone will snatch him away from her. That's why I placed my heart at a risk, because I knew my love would be one-sided or reciprocated, but used. She felt like on a ninth cloud. Anyone else would have reacted heartbroken or lashed out on her, but he was beside her, consoling her and proud to be in love with her. She scooted away from him, her hands cupping his round face gently while looking into his eyes with immense love and softness. I don't know what to say. I leave speechless all the time when you speak to me with your love language. But today I want to tell you something which I should have told you before. His heart was pounding inside his ribcage as finally that was the moment he was waiting for. You must fell for me at first sight, but I fell for you with every sight. Tears now streaming from their eyes of happiness. My eyes, my heart and my soul are in love with you, Jungkook. A smile broke into his lips and then it was sealed by her lips that everything around them stopped. It moved in a sync, bodies glued to each other, moistened eyes were closed, breathing were mingling with a rush of love. I love you, my green forest. I love you too, my rain. Rain? Which make this green forest alive. Again, the swelling up of emotions, happiness, their lips attached into a lovable kiss. Every new article, news channel, social media sites were filled with the same news. Famous actor Cha Yun-woo is sentenced for 5 years of harassing an anonymous woman. The career of young blood is at the edge of the end.